Welcome back to Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen with offices in Houston, Texas, and today we're going to talk about the biggest mistakes that people can make when filing an I-601A provisional waiver, otherwise known as a stateside waiver. So when you file this application, generally the steps are like so. You file an I-130 immigrant petition. After you file this petition, you receive a letter from the National Visa Center letting you know a visa is available and to go online, pay a fee, submit a visa application, and then attend a consulate appointment at a consulate abroad. Now, the mistake comes in here is because the government doesn't tell you that the foreign national may be subject to an inability to re-enter the U.S. So either they enter the U.S. without inspection, they committed certain crimes, or they overstayed their visa. All of these issues can cause them to be able to leave the U.S. and not be able to return for 3, 10, or more years. So this is what you have to do. After the I-130 immigrant petition is approved, you still have to pay the visa application fee. But at this point, you need to stop. Do not submit the DS-260 application because once you do, the National Visa Center will forward that case to the consulate to make an appointment for you. Instead, what do? So instead, after the I-130 petition is approved, pay the visa application fee, and then submit the I-601A waiver application. Once the I-601A application is submitted to the government, wait for it to get approved before submitting your visa application. Because again, once you submit the visa application, the government is going to immediately schedule your visa interview. And by that point, if you don't have an approved I-601A waiver, they're going to tell you, hey, look, we like you a lot, we want to give you the visa, but you're subject to the 3 or 10-year ban, and we can't get around it without a waiver. So now the foreign national or your loved one has to remain outside of the U.S. until you file the I-601 waiver application and get an approval and reapply for another visa interview, and that person has to go to another visa interview. So it's a very long and expensive process. So just remember, what's the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is that the foreign national will now have to remain outside of the country for either 18 months or 2 years or more than that just because you messed up. So if you're filing an I-601A waiver, you may want to go ahead and speak with an experienced immigration attorney just to make sure there's no other waivers that you need that will prevent that foreign national from being unable to return to the U.S. or obtaining that visa. Again, this is Winning Law. I'm attorney David Nguyen, and we hope that we have made immigration easier to understand.
At David Nguyen's Law Office, we are here to help you. We bring families together through immigration. And on the other hand, we help you find solutions. All your legal needs in the hands of people who care, who are there for you. We'll take care of your loved ones at the law office of David Nguyen.